Yes, I'm back. uh, yeah, I know I sort of say sorry quite a bit about the sort of the infrequency of my uploads recently. I just have had a lot on and I really haven't had a chance to make any videos. And also the urge to make videos as well had sort of left me there for a while. But yes, no, I am back. I'm going to do my utmost to make some videos. So what I'm going to be reviewing today is a product that I've had for quite a while. This is the Radiacode-101 and it is the sort of the successor of the Radioscan 701A. Now I've had this meter for I think around about, yeah, just over a year now. I got this during the lockdown, the first COVID lockdown. And it sort of became my sort of go-to all-in-one meter, that the fact that it did alpha, beta and gamma. And really, really nice little compact meter. Ran off two AAA batteries and yeah, it was great. There was a couple of drawbacks with it though, that when you were outside in bright sunlight, you really couldn't see the screen. It's an OLED screen, which is quite strange because it limits the lifespan of the unit, that eventually the screen will stop working, but yet the unit will still function. So I don't tend to use it now. I've turned the brightness right down to I think 5% brightness, and in a room it works absolutely fine. I'll turn it on soon and you can have a look at that. But yes, that was sort of the downside of the Radioscan 701A. So when I saw that Radioscan were about to come out with a new product called the Radiacode, or Scan Electronics as they're known, I knew I had to get one. Now, it's a really, really interesting unit in the fact that it does gamma spectrometry, which is something I've always been interested in, but knew very, very little about. And to have your own gamma spectrometer in a unit that really is absolutely tiny. I mean, I've seen cigarette lighters bigger than this unit. It is really, really small. Nice little screen. There's been quite a lot of software updates for it recently. I think at time of making this video, I think there's been about 8 software updates. And they've just tweaked little things to make it slightly better. But, going over the general working of it, as you can see, it is very, very small. It will detect high range beta and gamma. It will detect all ionizing radiation. It works with Android and also with a PC, so you can have it hooked up to your laptop or desktop computer, and you can also hook it up to your Android phone. There is iOS software coming for it soon, but as of making this video, it still hasn't come out yet. It has a scintillation crystal inside. So it's a scintillator Geiger counter that does gamma spectrometry, which is just, for something this size and cost, is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's £156 from Scan Electronics, and I think for a unit with the features that this has, and which I'll show you, is a bargain for what you're getting. It's got a cesium iodide doped thallium crystal inside. Rechargeable, so you charge it with USB-C, which is something I have not seen before in a meter. This charges off mini USB. This charges off USB-C, so it charges really, really quickly. It has something like 300 hours of working life, so you can have it switched on and just leave it. And if it's not going crazy, it'll just work and work and work. I mean, I've got over a week out of this, just leaving it, and it's still had plenty of battery left. So for things like that, absolutely fantastic. But what I'll do, I'll turn it on and clear all of this out of the way. A really, really good instruction manual. The instruction manual, as always, is brilliant. The instruction manual for the Radioscan was brilliant. The instruction manual again for the Radiacode is good. Loads of online software as well. So to turn it on, just hold your finger and it turns on, and you can see it's already starting to detect. I have a couple of bits and pieces here. Very, very, very quick response time. It just just starts detecting straight away. So unlike the Radiacode, unlike the Radioscan, which I'll turn on now, you can see the Radiacode does start, the Radioscan does start detecting, and but I mean, the OLED screen, yes, it looks absolutely beautiful, but you know, that is all you need. You don't need anything else than that. And I've turned off, there's alarms and everything on this, I've turned it off. I'll show you how you can turn them back on again in a minute. But, you know, really, really quick response time. And yeah, nice little display. I'll hold it up a little bit closer so you can see the display. So I'll turn off the Radioscan so we're not getting conflicting noises. So to get into the menu, you hold your finger and that unlocks the display. So we'll go into dose first of all. So you can see, since I've had this switched on and everything I've been detecting over the last 3 or 4 months, I've picked up 42.2 microsieverts. So hold your finger on it again. That's into search mode. So in search mode, really it's telling you where. So if I move, so you can see now, as I do this, you can see the bar in the middle. That's when I was moving it around. You can see the bar. So if I take this away, see the way the bar and then starts to drop off. So it's a nice little thing if you're, again, I always hark back to antique shops, but you know, that's for a lot of us who collect sort of, you know, radioactive and you know, collect Geiger counters, and we want things to test our Geiger counters. So if you are in an antique shop, it's great to have something that you can keep in your pocket and you can detect. And search mode, quite a handy little feature. So again, press the button. That's to turn the unit off. And then we're into settings. So you can change everything in here. You can connect this to a phone, you can connect it to a PC, and you can change all the settings in there. But you know, you can change them in the unit as well. So you don't need a phone, you don't need a computer. So you can change all the measurement units. So if you want to do Ronkin or you want to do sieverts, you can change between. You've got the dose rate, so we can put it back to 0. You've got the screen brightness and things like that there. Change it. The signals, if you want to turn on, you know, the flashing lights and the noises, you can turn that off. There's your Bluetooth to connect it to your phone. There's your language, you can change it, the time you can set. There's all the info and things like that there, and set back to factory settings. So I want to know. But what I'll do is I'll bring in my phone. I have a Android phone here. So I'll bring in the Android phone and then I'll show you what you can see on the Android phone. So it'll be a little jump cut and I'll get the Android phone. Okay, so I've got my phone. So very, very straightforward. We have the Radiacode app. So I'll turn off the brightness here so that you can see the screen a bit better. So there's the Radiacode app. So we hit that. And then that's loading the database, and I'll make sure, yep, there's a connecting to the device straight away. And there we go, we are now connected. So if I change back to just the normal radiation monitor, you can see it's fairly reasonably accurate and it changes reasonably quickly. This is what we're looking at here, and that's the same there. So it changes reasonably quickly. Put that down. So a couple of things we can do up here, if I hit that. So what I can actually do is I can turn the sound off. That actually turns the sound off on the device. Turn the sound back on. So you can see the LEDs flashing. If I put that there, so you can just, actually, I know what it'll do. I'll put it on that. Hopefully you can see that okay. So you can see the LEDs flashing. So if I hit LEDs, I can turn the LEDs off. Turn the LEDs back on. So you can change all the features of that, which is quite nice. And you can also go into the settings. So we have application settings and device settings. So you can go into the device settings and you can change everything, which you could change in this, but it's just so much easier being able to change it on the actual app itself. And you can go in and you can change everything you want in there. Really user friendly, really simple. Doesn't take much to know how to do. I mean, in fact, I didn't even read the instructions. I just downloaded the app. So as well as that, we can go into and we can look at the gamma spectrum. So you can actually go in and look at it. And what's nice about it, if you click the relevant spike, it'll actually tell you what it's detecting in the background, which is really, really nice. So you can see the different peaks, which is really, really nice that you can go through that. And you can get the different peaks, and let me see, I'll go to the logarithmic scale here. Yeah, so it's really, really nice. You can go through that. Now, what's also quite cool about this is you can do a map. So if you are going somewhere or on your daily commute, you can actually put that in your pocket, connect it to your phone, stick your phone in your pocket, walk, drive, do whatever you want, and it will put all of this information onto a map. So if I get the map out here, I'll do a little jump cut here just so I can find the map, and then I can show it to you easier on the screen. Okay, so I've turned the sound off just so we're not annoyed by that. So we hit the 3 dashed lines here on the top. If I can hit my finger, and then we've got map. So you can actually go into the map and you can see that's the last time I went out for a drive. So I actually drove in my car, and you can see all the different levels all the way through as I drove my car. And I drove my car right up, I think I went to the shopping centre, local shopping centre, and then came back. So you can see the radiation level does actually, blue is actually higher than purple, believe it or not. So you can see the radiation level around my area was a bit higher. And then as I drove over here, it got lower, and then it got higher again. So that's just obviously the sedimentary rock that I'm on. And there you go, you can do it like that. So it's really, really interesting. You can do that. You can output all this to Google Maps on your computer, and you can look at it in a little bit more accuracy. But every time I click on one of them, if I zoom in, I'll show you the little dots that you saw. Okay, so if I click on the dot, you can see there the information that it gives you. So the date then that I did this way back in July, I did this, and then 0.06 microsieverts per hour. So yeah, really interesting the way that works. Really nice bit of kit. Love how the integration, the Bluetooth connection is almost instantaneous between the phone and the unit itself, which is great. But another really, really nice feature which I love is the integration with the PC. So what I'll do is I'll move the camera about, get the PC over, and we'll hook it up to the PC and let you see what the software is like for that. So yeah, another jump cut. Right, okay, so I've got the laptop going and I have the app running, or the program running. So just to connect it up, simple USB, and I just connect it in. There you go, and the unit is connected straight away. So I'll zoom in on a couple of little bits on the screen just so you can see, but this bit up the top here, anybody who has the Radiacode-101 and uses the laptop program or desktop computer program, this will look very, very familiar. We have all of the event logs here, that basically everything that happens with the unit tells you here. We have the dose, and then down here we have the current dose rate. So the moment we're on 1.9, let me see what we're on. If I get a piece of pitch blend here. So I've got a piece of pitch blend. I'll put that right here. Don't take the top off. And the unit is detecting. So there we go. We are currently on 39, 40 microsieverts, 41. So we're about 41 microsieverts, and there's the unit there. So we've got a nice little program that you could lever up to 66 there. So it's a nice little program that you can run and just leave it running if you really, really want to. I'll turn on the sound again. So there's the sound on again. So we can do all the functions here up the top of the screen. I'll zoom in on that. And you can turn everything off if you want to. You can turn the sound off, turn the sound back on, turn off all the warning indicators. And there's a vibrate function as well, which just lets you know if little things happen, the unit will vibrate. So if you have it on silent and it's in your pocket and it does start to pick something up, it'll actually vibrate in your pocket. So I'll turn those off, turn that off again. So yeah, it's quite a nice little unit. This is a lovely piece of pitch blende actually. I think I have, yeah, you can see there, it's quite a nice strong piece of pitch blende. To 90 there. I think I've got about 102 on that, and that's mostly all gamma as well. So yeah, quite a strong piece of pitch blende, which came from Cornwall in England. I'll lift it up there, you can see a bit better. Nice lump of pitch blende, really, really lovely looking example. But yeah, I'll test it on the Radioscan here in a minute as well, once I finish this part. But yeah, I really, really like the Radiacode. Really smart little device. If you want something that does gamma spectrometry, you won't go wrong with this. Once I saw it and I heard a couple of people talking about it, I was like, yes, I have to get myself one of these. It's just a nice little unit. The fact that it it has a scintillation crystal in it as well. Getting a unit, any type of unit with a scintillation crystal in it, is usually big money. We are talking £200 or £300, a couple of $100. To get something less than £200 and less than $200 is, with a scintillation crystal that does gamma spectrometry, is amazing. And yeah, I'm really, really glad I bought it. My hat's off to Scan Electronics again for making another incredible unit. Thank you for not going for I have no idea why they went for that screen. It makes no sense why they went for it. Going for an OLED screen just means that the unit has a lifespan, that you can't use it after a certain amount of time. And if people don't know about it and they keep their Radioscan on 100% brightness or 80% brightness, after a couple of years, they can't use it anymore. So yeah, it's a really nice unit. Glad I bought one, and I could recommend it to anybody. And again, sorry it took me so long to sort of do the review on it, but I wanted to play with it and actually use the unit, not get it for a week and then make a review. I wanted to make sure I knew what it did and what way I could use it, and little tricks and things like that there. And I walked about with it in my sock to see if, being closer to the ground after on a wet day, closer to puddles, the radiation level spike. And I did notice little spikes. I've tried it in antique shops and car boot sales, things like that there, and it's been brilliant. In fact, that was the meter I was using. This was the meter I kept in my car every day. And if I was near an antique shop or a car boot sale or something out there, this is the unit I would use. It has been replaced by this. This unit stays in my car all the time, gets charged by USB-C off my USB sockets in the car, and it's small enough that I can just keep it in the glove box. And generally, it's always switched on. So I'll get into the car and I'll turn it on, and I'll just drive about with it. And if I don't have the Android phone with me, I'll just log the data and then stick it onto the PC when I get home. Really, really, really nice unit. Lovely size, look at that in the hand. It's perfect. And, I heard a couple of people saying they didn't like the screen. They thought that the screen was a little bit, not bright enough, things like that there. But no, I like the screen. And in fact, the fact that it rotates and, automatically goes round, just like sort of the GMC range of meters that flip around depending on what orientation you have it. And then it has the brightness changes on the screen. So you noticed earlier on there was a backlight. The backlight only comes on if it thinks it needs to come on. Now you can change that in the settings if you want to, but I quite like the fact that it only comes on when you need it to. Saves battery life, things like that there. But yeah, fantastic little unit. You probably noticed that the Bluetooth icon is on. You can connect this to your laptop and your phone at the same time. So it's another nice little feature. I think if they could do uploading to a server similar to the GMC range of meters, that you can upload your data to an actual server, a map, and you can look at it all the time. That'd be quite nice. I have a GMC 500 plus in my shed that uploads data every 20 minutes, and it's constantly going. For the last year and a half, it's been uploading data. Nearly 2 years now, actually, it's been uploading data. But yeah, there is another fantastic meter from Scan Electronics. And I'll do a jump cut and I'll just quickly show you this pitch blend just to end the video. Okay, so I have the pitch blend here on a mouse mat. So what we'll do is we'll take the back off and we'll do a reading first with the back off. So I think the hot section, I think, is here. So I'll just show you the difference between, let me see if I can get it higher. No, that's definitely the hot bit. So yeah, we're getting combined alpha, beta and gamma there. I think 250 was the highest there, yeah, 250. So I'll put the shield back on. So there's the shield on. And we're getting up there, and that's all gamma. Maybe a bit of hard beta in there as well, or beta. But that's a lovely little example of a pitch blend. And I think I paid 25, 26 pounds for that, including postage. But yeah, a nice, another nice example. I think that's about 8 bits of pitch blend I have now. Yeah, so I've done reasonably well. It was quite, for a while, it was really, really hard to get in the UK. But there was a collector on eBay, started to get rid of his collection. I'm very, very lucky. I was able to get quite a few bits from him. So yeah, still a brilliant unit. Definitely recommend buying one if you want a meter that does alpha, beta and gamma. Radiacode will always win. But listen folks, as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. And hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.